It was 10 years ago that a rescue mission on Mount Hood spun out of control. A group of climbers had taken a terrible fall, and a military helicopter moved in to save them. Then that helicopter crashed. Tonight we experienced that disaster through two rescuers standing right under the helicopter as it went down. News Channel 8's Pat Doris brought us the crash live from Sky 8 at the time. He's here now, and Pat, this was a scene few of us will forget.
Well, I know what you mean, Joe. On May 30th, 2002, we were carrying the rescue efforts on Mount Hood live during the day. 9 climbers had fallen into a crevasse, 3 were already dead. And as bad as things were, they were about to get worse. From the air, you could almost imagine these climbers were enjoying a break on this clear but windy day on the mountain. But in fact, they were caught up in a life and death struggle. 3 men were dead inside the crevasse. 2 critically hurt climbers had already been airlifted out. Now, an Air Force Pavehawk helicopter moved in to pick up a 3rd. Battling a powerful downwash, rescue volunteer Michael Lemming carefully connected a cable from the chopper to the patient.
I had just hooked the cable to the patient, and you don't look up a lot. You're wearing goggles, but you got 140-mile-an-hour winds or whatnot, so you got a lot of stuff coming at you.
Nearby, rescue team leader Steve Rollins felt a growing dread.
If you look at the video, you'll see way too many people underneath that helicopter.
He'd worked with helicopters up here before and knew the Pavehawk had little extra power this high.
Really, the idea that the helicopter could crash was not in the back of my mind. It was in the forefront of my mind.
He yelled at other climbers to move down the hill.
I was definitely concerned about that possibility.
No one seemed to hear. Then Lemming noticed something strange.
But I had a bunch of slack in the cable, and I didn't know why, and I looked up, and that's when the copter was, kind of coming down on us.
Hang on, fellas. Oh, my goodness. In seconds, the helicopter slammed into the mountain. The first rescue crash here ever. Good Lord. Oh, fellas.
And I looked up, and I saw it turn around and dip down, and I thought, that's odd. That shouldn't be doing that. And then I saw the refueling nozzle hit the snow, and then I'm like, oh, this isn't good.
Rollins could not look away.
It was one of those quintessential dreamlike experiences where your adrenaline's going, everything's slow motion, you've got tunnel vision, and I can't believe what I'm seeing.
The flight engineer on board had cut the cable at the first hint of danger, which saved lives, but now the chopper was gone, rolling down the mountain. An eerie scene unfolded. The contrast startled Rollins.
You can't see, you can't hear anything, and then as soon as those rotors sheared off, it went from deafeningly loud to dead silent, and all you heard was the kerchunk, 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 kerchunk of the helicopter rolling down the hill.
Lemming remembers another sound.
The sounds, and they, I don't know if they haunt me, but they're still in my head, is of people screaming.
He ran down the hill to where the Pavehawk stopped upside down.
It was gushing fuel on the engines, on the hot engines, and that made me a bit nervous.
Many that day thought the helicopter would blow, but it didn't. And incredibly, no one died as a result of the crash. But those who lived through it can still hear it, feel it, and will remember it forever.
I think everybody walked away that day feeling really lucky and feeling like they helped somebody, but having a better appreciation of life too.
Since that crash, the first thing rescue teams do now is clear out anyone who's not essential to the effort, just in case the unthinkable happens again. Tonight at 11, my exclusive interview with chopper pilot Grant Dicely in his first interview since the crash, what he remembers about that fateful day and about his decision to fly. Back to you.
Well, we'll look forward to that. In the meantime, I mean, it's unbelievable to watch on TV, for one, but to be underneath that helicopter as it came down.
And look, the helicopter was so little up on that big mountain. Just gave me goosebumps back. Well, it's that time of year again. Plenty of rain. Add in